Alright, we are recording. Continuing in Titan Quest 2. There's... Yeah, I played a little bit, including trying to advance that guy. Which may prove interesting, because he's lightning, well, he's storm and earth. So, yeah. I mean, with the summons, he might prove interesting, but for now... Nope, folks, I didn't even know that last week. I was that close to a new level. Oh well. Don't have too much to talk about. Yeah, I want to head down this way. One thing though, seems appropriate to mention. I did try to order a one of the new Steam controllers, but not too surprisingly, failed. I mean, it's really not surprising. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. That, actually, let's do that. And because that's just some, so that'll also be upping these things. Let me also look here. Is there anything? That wouldn't be bad. How about here? That wouldn't be bad either. Although this may actually make more sense. Do that. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I did already doubt that I would be able to secure one, because in just the whole that's what happens. Are you coming? There it is. With Valve, it's like they announce something put out there and it'll sell out almost instantly. But I was trying on Tuesday and it was just the whole kept failing to accept the payment at all. Well, payment information, and then just, hey, we're sold out. I did start trying though when shipping was going to be 3 to 5 days, and then it became 6 to 10. So yeah.
This must be an ancient temple to Ares. What are the centaurs doing here?
Alright. So yeah, hopefully they will be back in stock before too long, and I'll be able to snag one then. Because I am curious. I like the original Steam controller. I know some people don't, but I do. There's certain things that it does that I like. Although part of that is the Steam API as well. Controller API. But it is also... I have large hands, okay? The Duke is comfortable in my hands. That's how big my hands are. So the Steam controller design itself was actually quite comfortable to me. I know it is kind of weird because of where your thumbs will rest normally.
Sacrificial bowls.
But it's still, yeah, it was...
To appease Ares' desire for bloodshed.
It is actually comfortable.
Best if we destroy them all.
It is also... I know I've talked about it before, but I'll say it again. I do wish it, Dang, giving that thing extra damage is actually making it halfway to decent. I wish that there were a way to change... to turn the, cardinal directions on the, on the joysticks for the Steam controller. I want them to add that to the API. Because for me, when I hold the original Steam controller, pushing just straight forward with my thumbs is actually not quite true north on the joystick, which is why I think they should make that a feature in this software. But maybe it wouldn't be so bad on the new one, because it is the physical design does seem a little bit different. Actually, a lot good. But, yeah. Anyway, at some point, may get it. Yeah, I might also... I wouldn't... It likely would not be a day one purchase unless I go in a very different location than I am now. One that has space, but is it the Index out there? The new VR headset that they want to do. They announced at the same time as the Steam controller. That I also would... I'm interested. I'm curious about that. But I don't know if I'd want to... I think that's a fine to... I don't know if they would do discounts on it. But at least waiting to see reviews and such. Just make sure I have space for it.
Gods. I honestly thought that... We're lucky you came along. I've seen tell Doris the bull's charged.
Okay. Okay, let's head back to the top. I thought that this was going to be somewhere else, and I think it is... What I'm thinking is just, like, down here, so it does connect, but, yeah, let's finish with the temple first. Oh, wait. Oh, they're following me. Never mind. I didn't realize that. So this is one of the raiding party people, well, groups, that I need to help. But I think I need to actually, like, get them to the raid before I can get rid of them. Okay. I just want to take care of this, then I will do the puzzle there. Okay. I want to start looking up the greens. Yeah. No, that's not better. No. 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 I will say, I do appreciate that they're now doing the +1 to skills, like we saw in the original game. I do appreciate that. Okay. No, but I will want to keep that. Like, that's still a good ring. This one, it's still a good ring. It's just not for, not what I currently have. I'd rather hang out to. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta read this. Okay, no, this one first. Alright. Okay. Began with Helios and ended with Kronos. So, we will have, when we activate these, Helios is first, Kronos is second. Sorry, last. Keeper of the Flocks himself. Evening Beauty, who's followed by Avea and Gaia. Okay, so Keeper of the Flocks would be Hermes. So Helios, Keeper of the Flocks himself, and the Evening Beauty. So Hermes. Evening Beauty should be Aphrodite. And says Gaia. Next is the Wanderer of War. So that's Ares. And then it'll be Zeus. And Kronos. Pretty sure I did it right. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, oh wait, no, that's an attribute point. I'm not really doing anything with those yet.
Room for that.
Yes, there is. See? Told ya. Are they still hanging around? No. Okay. Oh, no, they're right there. Well, say let's head back. Oh, by the way, this stuff is what I was thinking was closer. I knew it was down here. I just couldn't remember exactly where.
No room for that.
Alright. Alright, let's walk back, deal with this stuff. Oh, I just had an idea that I kind of like. Maybe I will do that. I think I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, I did. I meant to come up here. Alright. What else do I have to talk about?
Could it work if...
So,
Ah,
curiously, this was only on Pharonix that I saw.
Hey,
Which is, I mean, hey, good source, reliable.
come finish making me.
Well, it's damage, patience, speed, assistances. Oh, okay. I think everything else I'm comfortable selling.
Hephaestus won't like that. You. Try not to. I manage Hephaestus's
There.
supplies.
Okay, come on. Yeah, I saw it from Pharonix. I did not see it from PCI SIG, which is the standards body behind the PCIe standard. They apparently announced, gave some details on draft, the 0.5 draft for PCIe 8,
where is that scroll?
which is somewhat interesting, just as far as the timing goes. I'm gonna do it that way. I have a reason to do for doing this. So it will be. They're still aiming for, as they have been.
You must find the source of... It's important.
Oh, okay. No, it's not him. It's the guy at Q.
They've got speed. We've got more work to do. Until both of those centaurs...
I thought it was. I don't know. Anyway, let's deal with the Ares thing. So PCIe has had for years the goal that every generation they double the bandwidth, and PCIe 8 is no exception. So it will be, trying to remember, 256 mega transfers per second raw data rate, which would then, in the x16 configuration, get to 1 terabyte bidirectional communication in that, by 16 configuration. So basically what, full-size graphics cards use, that whole thing, that whole slot. So yeah, very fast. Lots of speed there. They're also working on making it more power efficient, which, again, that's like always been their goal. Maintaining backwards compatibility, which is interesting because Phoronix did note that they at least are considering changes to the interface, which in theory that would mean, hey, we're changing the slot. Yeah, not entirely sure how that's going to work, but I guess we'll find out eventually. But I will say personally, I do believe that they should be investigating at least adjusting the power specification. Because like the PCIe slot is capable of providing 75 watts of power to the GPU, or whatever's in there. And it's like, yeah, that's awesome. That's been the standard for so freaking long. And I know that there are, like, Asus, I think, has put together motherboards that have an additional connector to provide more power, but then you need a specialized, motherboard, you need the right graphics card that specifically supports this. It just, yeah, I feel they should try to make it a standard and probably just have it be, I could believe that the pins already in the GPUs and already on most motherboards, not all, because you need to make sure it is of good quality. I believe that a lot of them could already handle pushing 150 watts through that, doubling it. I would believe that, because it's like the 6 and 8 pin power connectors that we have, those things are also really old standard, but you get a decent quality power supply. And so you can get 6 pins that'll carry double their power. Now, true, very different thing, but still, anyway, I just feel that they should do that because a lot of people like not having to deal with cables. And if you could increase the amount of power that the slot can provide, that would reduce the number of cables you need.
I'd put this place into the ground if I could.
So yeah, maybe at some point they will do that. But I could also see that being something that would be wouldn't break backwards compatibility. Because if you can do that without changing the slot mechanically, like what Asus, I'm pretty sure it's Asus, I might be wrong with that, but in any case, if you could do that, then in theory, you,
Ares. Hard to say which is worse.
then in theory, you might be able to, sorry, my brain got turned off because what's-his-name was talking. Yeah, I just feel they should do that. But in any case, coming back to it. Yeah, draft 0.5 for the PCIe 8 standard. I don't know why I was not seeing this announcement on PCI SIG's site, but Phoronix had it. The slides that they were showing are the ones that, like, it's the same formatting whenever I've seen a PCIe SIG press announcement. It's the same formatting, so it's possible it's fake, but it's very unlikely because Phoronix wouldn't. That dude, he knows what he's doing.
Is someone there?
He's a good source, so.
Get me out of here, please!
Yeah, but still a little weird seeing that. But one other thing that's important is, since the... Yeah, that was PCIe 3, wasn't it? Pretty sure. That debacle, and yes, it is kind of a debacle, because they let the technology linger on that for way too long. Because they, even back then, had a goal. They wanted to put out a new standard every 3 years. that went for like 5 or something. And I don't even think it was necessarily a like a technical reason. I think it may have just been they didn't feel the need to. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but they are still aiming for this 3-year cycle. But what's important to note is PC 7's specification was only finalized last year. So, yeah. We probably still have a while before we will see... That's actually probably worth it. Hang on, I'm going to set that here. Okay. Okay, that broke a lot. Because of the... Wait, what? That needs might. I lost... Oh no, the boar hide gives agility. Okay. What? Now I'm all kinds of confused. Hang on. Oh, what? Huh. Okay. I had not realized that. That they had changed what Boarhide can go on. Which is very odd. Anyway, I have got more armor now. Yeah, so we got still a couple years yet before we'll see the PCIe standard, and even more years after that before it will be consumer. That is one thing, and I'm sorry, it's just, I know I've talked about this before, so it's been a while. PCIe is the 3-year standard for new specifications, which they are trying to double each time, which is a great goal. Good for them on aiming for that. But we also need to be honest about the fact that for most consumers, we don't need it.
Too much.
We're not going to benefit much from these increased speeds. Data centers will. Goody. Just happened to work out right. Yeah, data centers will. That's where you'll see it useful, and that's always where it goes first. Every PCIe stand goes there first. And that's just how it is.
I managed. Sorry.
Is there... I think I'll hang on to this. I think everything else is good to go. Okay.
How does he need? Powering them all.
Hey, how are you? I hope my face is handsome enough.
Yeah, so it'll be a long time before we see things realized there. And even then, most likely for consumers, it would only be storage speed, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're starting to run into the limits of Flash as it is. I'm not sure if it's got a successor yet that'll offer better speed. One thing I could potentially see happening, but at the same time, it wouldn't be that great an idea, but it would at least be interesting, is if, like we saw pushes towards, oh, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember. It was a feature that AMD had on Vega. HBCC? It was... Anyway, if you had something set up that could leverage that, that could leverage that speed, the PCIe speed, in order to connect. Wow. Okay. That would bring accelerators, PCIe accelerators, whether it's a GPU or something else, better access to system memory. I think that could be very interesting, especially today. Because, in theory, if you could decrease the pressure on the GPU side, as far as the memory, well, the need for memory on the GPU and pushing more into the system memory, then that means you technically need less memory overall for the system to be performed, to perform well. Okay. Because like instead of needing the 16, 20, 32 gig of RAM on the graphics card, if you could get that down to 8, that's a lot cheaper, that's a lot less memory there, but then you push to, no, more so the standard being for a desktop, 32 gig at the low end, 64, maybe 128 gig and somewhere in there. But that's, everything will benefit from that. So I just think that could be interesting to see. I wanted to read this, I misclicked. Notice that the thing had died. What does it say? To him 3 times. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Do that. Oh, it won't let me put on that. Hang on, what does that actually say? Epic items. That is from the original, and I dislike that. I really do. And it never made sense to me there either. Can I open this? No, okay. I will be able to open that later. It's just I do have to go through here first. Yeah. So do that. Okay, so that's one. Right there. That epic's probably not even all that useful. 'Cause that means it, yeah, I mean, it's increased health, but it's only him that benefits from it. Yeah, let's go back. Plus, in theory, I can stick a charm or whatever they are on that. Charm or relic. I always flip what that they are. I'm getting out the switch. It cares. And that can be more useful.
I mean, thank you. So they're dead. The brown bears came through our village one night. I tracked them here and couldn't believe it. They just When they spotted me, I ran down here. Rather than hunt me, I'm lucky you came along. But what about those bowls where they were killing? That's good to know. I'll take a moment to get my bearings before leaving. If my luck holds, I'll find a way back to the...
There. Let's hit that. Let's hit that. Ow.
Not yet.
Alright, there. Now let's break open this wall. See what's back there. Yeah, like the increased activations. Okay, that is now just open. Yeah, I got that I can turn in. I feel like, well, yeah, let's continue moving forward. I'm gonna have to sell a lot of that stuff before long anyway. Although, hang on, are these guys just following me? But not in this direction. Let's head back. I want to see, are they going to follow me if I start going this way? Okay. Not into here, though. Alright. I'm just trying to figure out, how do I actually get rid of... Okay, no, they won't leave me from... They won't leave from where I am right here. Alright. Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure I got that completely explored.
No room for that.
Demeter's horn of plenty. Those vile centaurs were wasting the unending bounty of Demeter. I'm sure someone in this barren land can make good use of a never-ending supply of food.
Because I want to put stuff in the stash, I have to go here first.
Could it work if you...
It's just the epic ring I'm gonna hang on to. And the, don't I have something here? Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Nicholas! Leia! Come finish making me!
Okay, I actually did not have one of these yet. Neat. Here. Sure. Why not? I don't do cold damage, so that's not helpful. It would be neat if this would sort by or just somehow filter so you could see more easily. It's like what's for weapons, what's for armor. Sure. That. See, some of these I actually don't want to use just because it's like, this actually seems pretty decent. Should I leave that for somebody else? And because this guy isn't going to benefit from the knowledge bonus, so. Alright, yeah, let's stick with that for now. Let's just see if this will work now. I don't remember if there was a hotfix or not, but the whole having... Nope. That. There, so I can turn thing in.
Have you slept? I mean...
It's you! I still can't believe you took out, and you even took the time to save me. It's not much compared to saving my life, but I hope it serves you well.
That guy was carrying a lot on.
You returned, and we're still alive. Does this mean you ended this? The blood of Ares. I've only read about such an artifact from Spartan scrolls. This belongs to you. It's a blessing of strength. I'm grateful that you ended their source of strength. It had to be done.
All right. So multiple things just happened there. 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 Okay, I got an idea here. Let's also do that though, so I'm not costing myself too much. But there. for that extra single point. So that's not so bad. Let's sell this stuff.
Recently.
If you've got supplies, then...
Just itching for the brand bearers to attack. Just try it.
And I don't want to go for too much longer, but I do want to continue some. Besides, I at least need to clear out this area. And also, if I remember correctly, we do find the shrine that they took the Horn of Plenty from. I don't remember where. It's just I'm pretty sure we do find it. I should also add, though, just because I kept thinking about what I just said. While the shrine that the Horn of Plenty is from, you do find, that's not where you return it to. That's not where you turn the thing into. You actually find a person who's trying to help people, and it's like, oh, so this would help you then? Yeah, it's actually back here.
Hold a moment. That's a shrine to my mother, Demeter. But it's been desecrated. Oh, I'd like to kick whoever did this.
It's like we already have, so at some point they will want to clean up that stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, hang on. Alright. Got that. Guess that's... yeah, okay. I was thinking that this is one of the ambushes I need to rescue. Alright. Okay. I actually do remember this a little bit. I don't want to do that yet, because it's something, yeah. 15 cents, but it's there's something else to go on, and I don't know why this hasn't been explained yet. So yeah, there are Spartan battlefields around, and you need to use the incense to sum them up so you can put them to their final rest. And there's more than one of these. Yeah, Home the Dead Spartans. Primal Magma. Don't recall having seen that one. What is Resolve? There we go. See, I had a feeling there was one of these nearby. Alright, but yeah, so you can see down there the gates. You get something that unlocks those. I just don't remember where those are. I mean, it's somewhere over by where I was going, but I found the waypoint. I'm out. I'm done for the day.
Should go to Artemis's domain.
Hello, fresh.
Alright, there's nothing here to keep, right? I don't think so.
Where is that scroll?
Let's just drop these off. You know, maybe I do have magma. Maybe I have already found that.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, yeah, one right there.
My face is handsome enough.
Oh, that, okay. Resolves, okay. Fire and cold damage. Okay, got it. But I'm not doing anything that uses that, so not so useful. Nope. Not sure why I did that, but anyway, there. Right, so next week that's why we'll spawn in. I was trying to think, is there anything else to mention? But nothing is coming to mind. It's not been that interesting a week. It's not for stuff to share. I guess one thing is that just quickly noticing on OBS, because it's still got going medieval source set up. It has continued to get some hotfixes. Well, not minor patches, I should say. And when I see that, I'll look at the patch notes, and if I see something more significant, like, oh, we're changing the jobs system, it's like, oh, I will take a look then. Otherwise, no. I'm leaving it installed, but I have no real expectations there. All right. Well, that's all. I shall see you next week.